That's terrible, Stella. Why didn't you invite me to today's wedding? We're dear childhood friends from kindergarten. What? It's just unbelievable. Ever since I heard that you were getting married, I've been looking forward to it all this time. And yet, I'm the only one who didn't get an invitation. Wait a minute, Anna. Why are you angry? Huh? Of course I'm angry. You've invited all our friends to today's wedding. Why didn't you invite me? Well, I got a reply that you were unable to attend. What? I did send an invitation to our wedding, Anna. But you responded that you couldn't attend right away. So why am I the one who has to be scolded? What's this about me not being able to attend? I didn't receive the invitation in the first place. What on earth is going on? I definitely sent it and immediately received a reply from you that you couldn't attend. You wouldn't forget that you had replied, would you? But I don't remember at all. I really don't remember replying like that. There's no way I'd miss my dear childhood friend's wedding. What on earth is going on? From now, we can't make headway like this. I'm sorry, but can you come here right away? The wedding is over, but there's an after party at a different venue. There's no way I can do that. I didn't know today was your wedding. I'm currently on a trip to Chicago. What? You're in Chicago? It's an anniversary trip with my boyfriend. While I was on the move, I happened to check social media, and I saw a girl who was attending your wedding post about the ceremony. That's how I found out about your wedding today. It's impossible to rush from Chicago, and it's an important anniversary trip with your boyfriend. It's mysterious and sad how this happened. But let's enjoy today's wedding and anniversary trip. When things settle down, why don't the two of us go out for a meal? That's true. There's nothing we can do. I'll contact you when I get back. Let's go for a meal and find out why this happened. You're a dear childhood friend to me too. I never intended to exclude you. Please believe that.
Hey, I heard about it. Your wedding ended in a terrible way. Such a pity that your long-awaited wedding was ruined.
What? Jace? Why do you, my ex, know about my ceremony today?
I just happened to hear it from an acquaintance. So I heard that your precious wedding was ruined. Well, even though we broke up, you're a woman I once fell for. It pains me to hear that such a woman had a sad wedding.
Huh?
Your dear childhood friend didn't attend your wedding, and all the other friends you invited canceled at the last minute. Apparently, they got the date and location wrong. Wow, it's too tragic to laugh at.
Wait!
In the end, it's too crazy that there were 0 guests from the bride's side. It's the first time I've heard of a wedding where the bride is so pitiful. If you want to cry, I'll lend you my chest as your ex.
I don't need your chest. Besides, my wedding went smoothly without any issues. Many friends came to the event and it was not ruined at all.
What? Many of your friends came? Didn't they all cancel?
No, none of them canceled. So why did you, Jace, think my wedding was ruined? You said you happened to hear it from an acquaintance. But who told you such a story?
No.
Or maybe you were the one who wanted to ruin it. Actually, I received a lot of messages from the friends I sent invitations to. After they received the invitations, they received emails changing the venue and schedule, and they were wondering if these were really emails from me.
What?
Apparently, they were sent in my name, but from an unknown email address, so they were suspicious. My friends are very responsible, so they properly confirm things like this.
Really? So no one fell for the fake email?
A fake email. You were the one who sent that email, Jace. I was busy preparing for the ceremony until the last minute, so I didn't have time to look for the culprit. So I had no choice but to leave it be. I never thought the culprit would contact me.
You bastard. I wish at least a few people had cancelled. It's boring that no one fell for it.
Boring? Why did you do such a harassment? With one misstep, my wedding could really have been ruined.
The wedding of a woman who dumped me can be ruined. It should be ruined, you idiot.
Huh?
I was planning to get back together with you as usual, but you started dating another man without even refusing me. And you're even getting married. What a joke. A loose woman like you deserves to have her wedding ruined.
I told you when we broke up, didn't I? I was tired of breaking up and getting back together over trivial fights. I made it clear that this time we're really breaking up. And yet, you selfishly expected a reunion and got angry. What a selfish person you are.
Shut up. You found a new boyfriend just a month after breaking up with me. You must have been cheating with the groom. You just switched from me to the groom, you loose woman.
Don't insult me and him. I met him and started dating after I broke up with you.
Who could believe such a lie? So I thought I'd punish you a bit. That's why I sent emails pretending to be you, and even sent a reply of absence pretending to be your childhood friend Anna.
Wait a minute. Speaking of which, how could you send an absentee reply? I can understand if you pretend to be me and send emails to everyone, but how did you steal the invitation from my childhood friend?
It's easy. Because I'm Anna's boyfriend now. I can go to Anna's house anytime. And it's easy to steal the wedding invitation from her mailbox in advance.
What? Jace is Anna's boyfriend?
I was pissed off that you started dating another guy right after me. I thought you would be jealous if you knew that I was dating your precious childhood friend. And you would immediately dump your new guy.
What?
And yet, you ignored my feelings, and decided to get married in no time. I was stunned when I saw your wedding invitation, but I soon came up with a way to ruin your ceremony. I thought I'd annoy you a little bit. Well, unfortunately, my harassment ended in a big failure.
You must be kidding. You approached my precious childhood friend for such a silly reason?
Oh, but rest assured, at first I was just using her, but now I'm taking care of her in my own way. Who would have thought that she works for a big company and makes more money than me? On top of that, she's the type who serves me devotedly, so I like her.
Huh?
I approached her childhood friend, in hopes of getting back together with you, or ruining your wedding. Now, I'm just lucky to have scored such a great woman. So, nice to meet you as your childhood friend's boyfriend. I have no more feelings for a loose woman like you. I'm frustrated that I couldn't ruin your wedding, but I don't care anymore.
I don't care about you anymore either. So let's break up, Jace.
What?
Wow, I can't believe you're Stella's ex-boyfriend. And you didn't even like me, you just wanted to use me. I can't believe I couldn't attend my precious childhood friend's wedding because of a jerk like you. This is the biggest stain on my life.
Oh, is that... Could it be Anna? No way, right? Anna is on an anniversary trip with me in Chicago right now.
Sorry, Jace. I've already snuck out of that anniversary trip. Somehow I managed to hop on a plane, and just now I made it to the after party.
What?
I was a bit late for the after party, but I'm glad I was able to attend my precious childhood friend's wedding like this. I really wanted to say congratulations on her wedding day.
Huh? What do you mean you snuck out? You were next to me just a moment ago, right? Chicago and New York are not distances that can be traveled in seconds, right?
So you didn't even notice that I had snuck out. Well, I guess if you're constantly fiddling with your phone, you wouldn't notice that I had quietly disappeared from your side.
Why would you leave me and go back to New York? Today is our important anniversary trip.
What anniversary trip? You just didn't want me to find out about Stella's wedding. So you took me along, didn't you? You kept telling me to turn off my phone, because you wanted me to focus on the trip today. I had a feeling something was suspicious.
Oh no, that's...
And yet, you were constantly looking at your phone during the trip. You were collecting information about Stella's wedding being ruined, weren't you? It's not fun to go on an anniversary trip with a boyfriend whose mind is elsewhere.
I'm sorry for constantly touching my phone, and that I didn't want you to find out that I had sent an absentee reply on your behalf. So I'm not lying when I say I took you on this anniversary trip. But I wanted to celebrate our anniversary in my own way. It's cruel to leave without saying anything.
Oh, so you did have the intention to properly celebrate your anniversary. So it was the worst anniversary trip ever. It was the right decision to cut off such a boring trip and go home quickly.
Boring? This trip? I wanted to make you happy, Anna, so I took you with me. Why would you say something so harsh?
Look, I'm not going to be happy just because you brought me to Chicago. I was looking forward to it because you said you had planned an anniversary trip. I was excited about what kind of trip plan it was. But as soon as we arrived in Chicago, you asked me, where do you want to go? I'm not going to be happy with a trip that has no plan.
What?
At least you could have picked up some recommended spots. It was really just a trip with no plan. And you weren't even looking for recommended spots with me. You were constantly on your phone worrying about Stella's wedding. And on top of that, you said you hadn't even booked a place to stay. What's fun about an anniversary trip like that?
Well, I thought it would be better to decide based on the atmosphere at the time.
That's bullshit. Then when I suggest that we at least stay somewhere nice, you started saying that a room for a few $100s was too expensive for a mere half-year anniversary. The moment you said a manga cafe is fine, right? My love for you cooled off. So rather than wasting time in a place like this, I decided to rush to my precious childhood friend's wedding.
So you left me and went back to New York alone?
The anniversary trip was terrible, and you were only dating me for utilitarian purposes in the first place. I can't deal with such a horrible, terrible man anymore. So please break up with me as of today.
Wait, Anna. Sure, I had lingering feelings for Stella at first, and that's why I wanted to use you and dated you. But now I really do love you, Anna.
But I don't love you, so it's impossible. Goodbye.
You.
Your casualness and stinginess in trying to finish off the anniversary trip in a manga cafe. And you seem to have had a lot of fights with Stella too. It seems that the reason for your breakup was because of that, right?
What do you mean, stingy? I just like to do things as economically as possible.
Then you understand my feelings, right? It's not at all beneficial for me to date you. So I'm breaking up with you. Goodbye.
What the hell are you going to do, Stella? Because of you, I was dumped by Anna.
Huh? Don't blame it on others. You were dumped because of your dishonest actions.
Shut up. In this case, you should take responsibility and get back together with me.
Why does it suddenly come to that? Moreover, I just had my wedding yesterday and I'm already a married woman. There's no way I'm going to get back together with you.
Damn it. Well, if it comes to that, at least give me some money. Because of you, I can't get back from Chicago as it is.
Huh? What do you mean you can't go back? Just hop on a plane and come back normally.
Even if I wanted to get on a plane, I don't have a way to get to the airport. When I looked into my wallet to go to the airport, there were only a few dollars. I can't get on the train or the taxi.
Then why don't you walk?
How big do you think Chicago is? I'm currently in Millennium Park, but it's about 12 miles to Chicago Midway International Airport. That's a distance I'd only reach after 5 hours of walking.
Is that all? If you put your mind to it, you can manage that.
Don't mess with me. It's snowing out of season here. Are you telling me to walk alone in this for 5 hours?
Oh my, that must be tough. But I don't have any ties or obligations or sentiment for you anymore. Do your best not to catch a cold.
What? Wait, are you seriously not going to help me?
Of course not. Even though it was just an attempt, you tried to ruin my wedding. I don't have a heart as broad as Balfivita's to help such a person.
Is that so? Then can you at least tell Anna about the situation for me?
Huh? You should contact her yourself.
Actually, I haven't been able to contact her at all since yesterday. But even though we broke up, it's only been one night. And like you, she must still have feelings for me. She'll definitely help me, I'm sure of it.
If that's the case, you should give up. Sorry, but it seems she doesn't have any feelings or lingering affection for you anymore.
What?
It seems Anna has a date with the next guy today. I don't think that she even has 1 millimeter of affection left for you.
What? The next guy?
At the after party of my ceremony yesterday, she seems to have hit it off with a friend of the groom. So she's going out on a date with him today. She even contacted me just to thank me for the wonderful encounter.
What? What the hell? She's moved on too quickly. To go on a date with another guy right after breaking up with me?
It's you who's slow to move on. So stop relying on your ex-girlfriends. Then do your best to walk.
Wait. It's really impossible in this weather. But if I miss my flight, I don't have the money to buy a new plane ticket. Please, Stella. I promise I'll pay you back right away. At least lend me the train fare.
If you miss your flight, just hitchhike. So do your best on your own. And afterwards, it appears that Jace managed to make it back home by walking and catching his flight. He was heard grumbling to friends and acquaintances. All my ex-girlfriends are trash. All women are just frivolous. However, stories of his terrible anniversary trip and my wedding disruption have already spread far and wide. Instead, he's being distanced by his friends and acquaintances, who say, "How can you speak like that with such disregard for your own actions? You really disappointed us." Even now, when he invites friends to hang out, it seems no one responds. As for my childhood friend Anna, it seems she's been having successful dates ever since. I'm glad I had the courage to break away from the trip. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met such a wonderful person. She cheerily gushes every time we meet.